Now, what does disease look like? Now, how does the disease look that nobody knows? If you are suffering from cold and cough, or suppose you are suffering from cold, you don't know how does the disease look. But we have to see what symptoms are there. If you are suffering from cold and cough, then continuously you will start coughing. And then you will have some temperature, your nose will start running. These are the symptoms of cold and cough. But there are many diseases that physically we cannot see any type of symptoms, but you are suffering from some type of disease. So when a person is affected by a disease, either the normal functioning or the appearance of one or more systems of the body changes for the worse, and these changes give rise to signs of disease called symptoms. So when something goes wrong inside your body, then you say that something is going wrong in my body, and then you are suffering from some type of disease. And ultimately what happens, the symptoms starts to come out. If your stomach is paining, then you will say my stomach is paining. Physically we cannot see that your stomach is paining, but afterwards when it is paining more, then you may go for loose motions. Then these are the symptoms. You cannot eat. If you eat, you start vomiting. Then these are the symptoms that something has gone wrong in your stomach. Means what is happening? Any function in the body, if it is not functioning well, that means you are sick. All the functions, all the organs which are in our body, all the organs should be functioning properly. If any organ does not function properly, then what happens? That you are becoming sick, and ultimately it comes to be a symptom. So on the basis of symptoms, the physicians look for a sign of a particular disease and conduct the test to confirm the disease. So when you go to a doctor, the doctor will start checking you. He will take various tests. You will touch your stomach, you will touch your head, you will take the stethoscope and this. And from that you will come to a conclusion that by what disease are you suffering. Then after he confirms that there are two types of disease. One is acute disease and one is chronic disease. Now acute disease means the disease which is of a very small period of time, hardly 7 to 10 days. For example, cold, typhoid, cholera, these are all acute diseases. Within a span of 7 days you will get cured. But there are some diseases that they stay in your body throughout your life, and they are known as chronic disease. Throughout your life, for example, diabetes. Throughout your life, tuberculosis. Throughout your life, because tuberculosis they attack the lungs and it remains in the body. So continuously we have to take medicines. Cancer. If you are going to suffer from cancer, the cancer will remain throughout your life. Every time you have to go for a checkup. After every month you have to go for a checkup. You have to see whether the cancer is spreading in the body. If it is spreading, then they will give some medicine, they will give some chemotherapy, and then they will kill the cells. If you will not go, the cell will start growing and the cancer will start spreading in your body. But it remains throughout your life. One more I told you, it is elephantiasis, which is in the northeast. The leg becomes fat like an elephant, and it remains throughout your life, because when you are infected by that elephantiasis, the fatness which is in your leg, it remains throughout your life. For the whole life your leg will become this fat, and it will remain. There is no cure. It will not become normal like as it was. Now what does disease look like? Now infectious disease, communal disease. Now infectious disease, the word infectious means from one person to the other, one person to the other, one person to the other. Just like corona. It started in China, and it is a very infectious disease, a contagious disease. If you come in contact with any person who is suffering from corona, immediately that corona germs will enter your body. That is known as contagious, or that is known as infectious disease. Now, disease will spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food, vectors, physical contact or sexual contact are known as infectious disease. They can spread through air, they can spread through water, they can spread through food, they can even spread by simple contact. One disease is there, it is very common in small children, scabies. Have you ever heard about this disease, scabies? If one person is suffering from scabies, within a day the whole class will start suffering from scabies. It's a very simple disease. Within 3 days it will get cured. But that scabies means there are some germs. And when they fall on your body, then you start itching. You start itching. And if one person is suffering, if he touches the other person, immediately the germs or these insects, they spread, they go to him. Then he also starts itching. And it is a very contagious disease. If you touch the body, it will spread. But within 3 days, it will get cured also. If you take medicines and apply the lotions which the doctor gives, within 3 to 4 days, it will get cured. But if you will not go to the doctor, then continuously you will go on scratching. And then it will cover the whole body and everywhere you will go on scratching. That is scabies. Even if you sit near that person, you will start suffering. For example, common cold, chicken pox, mumps, measles, typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis, malaria, AIDS, etc. Now here there are some contagious diseases. Some spread through the air. For example, the most common example now is coronavirus, COVID-19. It spreads through the air. Tuberculosis is there, it spreads through the air. Then if you consider water, then in the water you will find that typhoid and cholera. This typhoid and cholera, it will spread. This typhoid, cholera, it spreads through water. If you drink contaminated water, then whoever drinks that water, those persons will start suffering from typhoid and cholera. Then we have to go for the vaccine or we have to go for some injection. Then a drive is taken by the government that there is a pandemic. It is not pandemic. It is a spread of the disease. Then what the government does? The government gives the medicines. Then everywhere you will find, even on bus stand and everywhere, wherever there is a crowd, first you have to take the injection and then only you have to go. That means you are secured from that type of disease. Now tuberculosis, as I told you, it spreads through the air. Malaria, it spreads through the vectors. These are the vectors. Vectors means insects. The insects which spread the disease, they are known as vectors. For example, mosquitoes are there, flies are there. These are the vectors. So to get rid of this malaria and this vectors, we have to keep our environment clean. As I told you yesterday, we should keep our environment clean. There shouldn't be puddles of water. If puddles of water are there, then the mosquitoes will start breeding. They'll start breeding, and when they breed, they will go and bite the healthy person. And when that healthy person will be bit, they pose the proboscis. They have a proboscis like this. Proboscis means a long nose. For example, elephants, they are having a trunk. It is known as a proboscis. They poke the proboscis in the skin, and when they poke it, they start sucking the blood. When they suck the blood, at that same time, whatever the Malarian parasites are inside the body, these Malarian parasites are put inside the body of that healthy person, and after 2-3 days you start shivering and you have temperature on your body and you don't know why. Then when you go to the doctor, they will take the blood test and there are some symptoms. From those symptoms, they will identify that you are suffering from malaria. Then you start giving medicines. And second is AIDS. Now this AIDS, it is spread by one person to the other only by sexual methods and transfusion of blood. No other way. Sexually, if you go to an infected person, then it will be contacted to your body. And second is by transfusion of blood. If that blood contains HIV virus, and if you take blood from that person, then you will also start suffering. And let me tell you, HIV, there is no medicine. For HIV, that is AIDS, there is no medicine. Only you have to take precautionary methods, but there is no medicine. If you not take precautionary measures, or if you are suffering from HIV, then if you take some medicines, you will live. But if you stop taking the medicines, your health will deteriorate, and within 1 year, you will die. Now, non-infectious disease or non-communicable disease. Now, these diseases, they don't spread from one person to the other by any methods. For example, not by air, water, food, vector, physical contacts. Are diseases which are not spreading from an infected person to a healthy person, for example, very rickets, scurvy, night blindness, diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, etc. These diseases, they do not spread. If you are suffering from diabetes, you cannot give your diabetes to the other person. By any way of means, that diabetes will not spread to anybody. By any type of contact or any type of air, food, whatever it is. These diseases are developed inside the body, but they are not spreading by any means to any other person. So they are known as non-infectious disease. They are beriberi, rickets, scurvy, night blindness, diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, etc., etc., etc. These are non-infectious disease. They do not spread from one person to the other. If any person is suffering from it, only he will suffer, but he cannot give the disease to others. Then causes of disease. Now, why these diseases are caused? Causes of disease. Why they are caused? First one is that diseases are caused by pathogens like virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoans or worms. These diseases, they are caused by pathogens. Pathogens means any germ or any living organism which spread the disease from one person to the other. They are known as pathogen. For example, virus is there, bacteria is there, fungi is there, protozoans are there, or worms are also there that is spread from one person to the other. Now, virus, we are very much common with the virus. Cold, influenza virus is there, then cold virus is there, and now we are suffering from coronavirus. Coronavirus is nothing but it is a vector. It is spreading from one person to the other. Then bacteria is there, fungi is there, then protozoans are there. Protozoans are small animals, small organisms that live inside the body. For example, Müllerian protozoa. This Müllerian protozoa is spread from one person to the other. But who is the messenger for them? Who is the carrier? The mosquito is the carrier. And then worms are there. Many worms are there. Roundworm, tapeworm. Roundworm means they live inside the body of a human being. They are actually found in the body of the pigs. But if you are going to eat the meat of pigs, then these eggs of these worms, they enter our body and they start growing. They are known as roundworms. Then there are some worms, they are known as tapeworms. These are all endoparasites. These are all endoparasites. What is a parasite? Parasite means who lives on the food of the host and it also harms the host. Means कैसा है? तुम्हारा ही खाना खाने का और बाद में तुम्हें को इन्फेक्शन देने का. That is known as parasites. They will feed on your blood, but at the same time they will make you are known as parasites. And there are two types of parasites. One is endoparasite and one is ectoparasite. Endo means which is inside the body and ecto means which is outside the body. Now, poor health and undernourishment. This one, poor health and undernourishment. If your health is poor, then you may suffer from many types of disease. If your health is poor. And undernourishment. Undernourishment means sit here. Can you see? Undernourishment means when you are not getting staple food. What food is required for us? Carbohydrates is there. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats. These are the food which we require. But if you are not getting these types of food, then what will happen? You will be undernourishment. You will be undernourishment. But whatever the nourishment your body is requiring, you are not getting those nourishment. That means you are undernourishment. And it happens during famine. When there is a famine, then the scarcity of food is there. In Africa, you will find many such people, many such children, that they are undernourished. So the government has to give them proper food so that they will be nourished. The Indian government, they have started with the scheme that to give pulses, to give rice to the children who are below 5 years. All the children, those who are below 5 years, the government gives them pulses. In pulses, we get a lot of proteins. When rice is given, we get a lot of fats and carbohydrates. So the government is implementing this scheme so that no one will remain undernourished. Second is from class 1 to class 8. When the children go to the school, then they are given midday meals. दोपहर का खाना. Then in this midday meals, again they make a khichdi, and that khichdi is made of rice and dal by putting various types of vegetables. So in the afternoon, this midday meal is given to the students. So they will have nourishment. Even if the family cannot afford to give them proper nourishment, but the government is giving it to the children. So undernourishment, then malfunctioning of the body parts. Malfunctioning of the body parts. If any of your body part is not functioning well, then that is a type of disease. Malfunctioning of your body parts. Means any part, if your hand is not working properly, that means you are suffering from some type of disease. If your leg is not working properly, that means you are suffering from some type of disease. You cannot walk. If your stomach is continuously paining, the intestine is paining, your kidneys are not functioning well, only one kidney is working, the other is not working, that means you are suffering from some type of disease. This is nothing but malfunctioning of the body parts. If both the kidneys are not working, then what will happen?
The person will get ill.
The person will get ill. Means whatever the filtration of the blood has to be done, that filtration will not be done. So there are waste material which is put inside the blood, and when the blood comes to the kidneys, this waste material is removed. They are liquid material, it is removed. But if your kidneys are not functioning, then this waste material will remain in your body for a very long period of time, and then you may die due to severe attack in the blood. Means the salts, unwanted material start increasing in the blood, and then you will die. Then environmental pollution. Another part is environmental pollution. Now, if you are staying in a place where there is a lot of pollution is there, then that is also a risk to your health. For example, Delhi. If you go to Delhi, the quality of the air is very, very bad in Delhi. So you will have severe problems in breathing, because whatever you are breathing, you will breathe less oxygen and more carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide, it is very harmful to our body. We need oxygen. When the quantity of oxygen is less in the air, that means the quality of that air is bad. Means it contains more carbon dioxide and it contains more other gases which are very harmful to our body. And last is genetic disorders. Now genetic disorders means there are some problems in the genes. When this genetic disorder takes place, then the infunction of the body parts starts. One example I will give you. In Nagasaki and Hiroshima, when the Americans they threw the atom bomb in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, the totally cities were destroyed. But this rays, this heat which was generated by the atom bombs, it started affecting the genes of the persons. And there was a genetic disorder in most of the people. Afterwards, what happened? The children which were born to these people, because of the genetic disorder, they were born without hands. Some were born without legs. Because the gene was destroyed. There was a genetic disorder in these people. And it remains throughout the life. And it remains throughout the generations and generations and generations. Because that genetic disorder has taken place. Because of this, these people are suffering. And there are many more genetic disorders which are taking place in our environment. Now, infectious disease. We are going to see about the infectious disease. Now, what are the infectious agents? The agents which cause infectious disease are called pathogens. And these are virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoans and worms. These pathogens, they are known as viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans and worms. Now, first, what is the infectious agent? Virus. Now, virus causes common cold, influenza, measles, mumps, chickenpox, AIDS, hepatitis B, etc. and even corona. Even corona. Corona is also spread through virus. The second one is bacteria. From bacteria, we get cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, tetanus, anthrax, food poisoning, etc. Now, tetanus. Tetanus is a bacteria. Whenever you get hurt, if you get injured, or if you get a wound, or if you are playing with some iron rod and if you get hurt, then what happens? When you go to the doctor first gives you one injection of tetanus. That means he is giving you the vaccine of tetanus, so that whatever the tetanus germs or the bacteria are in your body, they will be killed. And tetanus means, if you are infected with tetanus, then your backbone, it will start becoming like a bone, like this. In Marathi, it is known as Dhanurvad. Dhanur means like a bow. Means your body will start becoming like a bow. And then ultimately you will die. So, first the doctor gives you an injection. Then food poisoning. If any harmful bacteria, there are two types of bacteria. One is harmful bacteria and one is useful bacteria. Harmful bacteria, they start growing in the food, and if you eat that food, then you will start suffering from food poisoning. And in food poisoning, what happens? You start vomiting. Continuously you go on vomiting. Then you go for loose motions. These are the symptoms of food poisoning. And then ultimately the doctor has to give you some medicine. But if it is in a severe way, then that person will die also. by food poisoning. Many a times in the news also we have heard that the people they went for the marriage and 50 people became sick because of food poisoning. Means while preparing the food something went wrong and the food was converted into a poison, and when we eat it then what happens? We start suffering. So it happens only because of bad bacteria. But if you want to convert the milk into curds, that is also a bacteria only. The milk, when you put the bacteria, the milk is converted into curds. But that is good bacteria. We call them as good bacteria. These bacteria are also found in plants. Rhizobium. These are good bacteria which help the plants and which help the human beings also. Next is fungi. Fungi, it is found in the skin disease. As I told you, scabies. इसको हाथ लगाओ, scabies हो गया. इसको हाथ लगाओ, scabies हो गया. Only if you are suffering from scabies. If I am suffering from scabies and if I touch his body, then the scabies virus, what we say, fungi, it will start moving from my body to his body, and then it will start moving. We will also start itching. Because it is very contagious, even if you sit near that person, you will attract that disease. But that disease, it remains for a very short period of time, hardly 4 or 5 days. If you go to the doctor will give you some solutions to apply and you will get cured. Then protozoans, for example, malaria, kala azar, emboitic dysentery, sleeping sickness. These are all protozoans. The protozoans, they are small living organisms. They are protozoans. They live in the body. And they are spread by mosquitoes and some other vectors. The protozoans. And last one is worms. They affect the intestinal infections and elephantiasis. Germs, I told you, worms. Roundworm, flatworm. Elephantiasis worm. If it enters the body if it goes in the leg, your leg will start becoming fat. Aisa. And it remains throughout your life.